Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how I made this lantern out of craft sticks. So I have these 8.5-inch square stake that I got from Dollar General. And it's one big stake, and I cut it in 4 8.5 pieces. And then I have these craft sticks. So what I'm going to do is lay the stake parallel and then start adding the craft sticks on there. And sorry, I'm out of frame. Okay, to start out with, wow, I really needed to check that out first, huh? So I add one on, and I'm using wood glue, and then I get out my T-square, which I should have had to start out with. And so I have my wood glue, and I glue on a craft stick on either side or both sides of the stake there. And then I put a spacer craft stick down, and then I glue another craft stick down, and just keep alternating like that. Now I should have straightened out my stake. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. So I glue one down, and then I put a spacer in, and I glue one down, and I put another spacer in. And I'll just keep going like that until I get to the bottom of the stakes there. And my craft sticks do hang over the edge a little bit. And all craft sticks are not created equal. I mean, you'll get some of them that are, I don't know, bowed, and then others that are kind of twisted, and you just kind of got to look through and pick out the straightest ones you can find. My mom had given me a box of these craft sticks that she still had. So they're probably pretty old. But I thought, I need to use them. And I am using wood glue. I just use this Elmer's glue container because it has a finer tip on it. And so not as much glue comes out, which I like. And then here's the last one. I'm just going to take out those spacer ones. And that's what I'm left with. And then, oh, see that? Oh my goodness. At least it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So now I have to fix it all. It's what I get. It's what I get for moving it before it dries. I'm sure you could use hot glue, but I like to use wood glue when I'm working with wood. And I actually want to make 2 of these. And I'm just going to measure that to see how much to cut of this plastic. And this is just one of those cutting mats that you can get at Dollar Tree. They come 2 in a package. So I'm actually cutting it at 3.5 inches. And of course my piece is 8.5 inches tall. So 3.5 by 8.5. So I take my X-Acto knife here and I cut it. It didn't do too good of a job though. I probably wasn't pressing down hard enough. But I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to take it up and I'm going to go ahead and cut it with my scissors. I'm just going to see where to cut this. I'm going to make a little mark. And I'm just going to cut it with my X-Acto knife, and it works this time. So I think I just wasn't pressing down hard enough. So you want to cut 2 of these. And then I'm going to take my staple gun and staple it onto the square stakes. I'm just going to do 3 staples on each side. 1 on each end and then 1 in the middle. So you want 2 of these pieces. And there they are. And then you want to put them on their side, and you want to add some more popsicle sticks or craft sticks. And just to keep these where they need to be, I'm going to use some hot glue just on a couple of them. That way it's not going to be slipping and sliding and moving away and all that. So the very first one there, put some hot glue. And then I put one down at the bottom too. And now I'm just going to use my wood glue for the rest of them. And these fit in between the ones that we did previously. So you don't need the spacers in between them. Now, I did put one down at the bottom there, but you'll see later that those come off. So I just flipped it over, and I'm going to add the craft sticks to this side. And I was having a little difficulty because my my sides were a little twisted, or seemed to be. I don't know. So I was having problems with that first stick. And then I tried some hot glue, but I didn't wipe the wood glue off. And my hot glue doesn't work. Guess it just turned cold or whatever. So I had to peel it off. See that? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to try it again. Try it again. So I put the same stick back on. Yeah, it still wasn't sticking. I don't know what the problem was. It seems a bit crooked. See that? It just peeled back up again. But you know, I don't quit. I'm going to keep going. So I add one down at the bottom. Like, okay, well, I'll put one down here. You don't want to work up there? I'll put one down here. I'll get a fresh craft stick there. So that worked. I still feel like the thing is kind of crooked. I don't know what I did. Maybe when I flipped it over and it wasn't dry. I don't know. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try this again. So third time's the charm, right? I'm going to use a new craft stick, not the one that has the glue on it. Put that on there, and voila! Third time's a charm. It worked. And then I'm going to start using my wood glue and attaching the other craft sticks. But like I said, all craft sticks are not created equal. They'll bend, they have bows in them. I don't know. I was having a heck of a time with this side of this lantern. I don't know what I did. I think I just got the two sides uneven or something. It still turned out decent in the end, believe it or not. And I do put that bottom stick on, but again, you'll see that's going to come off. And there they're off. And I'm just going to wipe the glue off. I decided to take them off because I thought it would look better. And now I have a piece of cardboard. And I'm just going to cut these side pieces off there. And I measured my lantern, and it's about 4.5 by 4.5. So that's the size I'm going to make my cardboard. Now, in retrospect, I wish I'd have made it about 4.25 inches or so. Either 4 or 4.25. Because I don't like the cardboard showing, and I wish I would have made it smaller. I'm just cutting it with my X-Acto knife. Started to cut that end off, and I'm like, why? It's just going to be covered up with the craft stick, so why bother? Again, measuring off 4.5 inches. And now what I'm going to do is add craft sticks to it. So I lined all my craft sticks up, and I'm going to put some glue on the side there, a little side edge, and then I'm going to put some glue on my cardboard. But as you can see, the cardboard is about the same size as the craft sticks, but I wish that I would have made the cardboard probably about 4.25 by 4.25. If I ever did this again, that's what I would do. So on all these, I put the glue on the side of the stick and then the glue on the cardboard, and then just glue them down side by side. Oops. Oh, no, lift it up, put the glue on. Yes, you got it. And then, of course, the last one that you do doesn't need glue on the side of it. And then I decided, well, I'm going to test it out just to make sure. And yes, it fits. It works. It'll work. So I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to glue the popsicle sticks in the opposite direction. And I'm just lining them up because, you know, like I said, popsicle sticks are all different. They're bendy, they're twisted, they're bowed. So I'm just finding the ones that are going to work on this. And I'm just going to do the same thing. Put the glue on the edge and then the glue on the cardboard and glue them down side by side. And this is the bottom to the lantern. So I want to make sure that I have, well, I'm replacing that one because it was kind of bowed. It wasn't laying right. So I want to make sure that I have the bottom part of the lantern up, and that's where the craft sticks don't come to the very end. And I'm just putting the glue on the ends of the stake. And then I'm going to turn this over, and man, it looks so crooked. And I'm like, what is going on? I don't understand this at all. It looks terrible. It just looks so terrible. I'm like, what happened? And then I decide to turn it the other way, and I'm like, okay, this looks pretty good. So I don't know what the difference is, but this way works. The other way did not work at all. So I'm like, okay. Now I just left my lantern as is, but if you want to spray paint it and do things to it, decorate it and all like that, you certainly can. I just left mine as is, and I just have that plastic on the two sides, so it's almost like two different lanterns. You can see it there with the plastic, and then you can see it without the plastic. So you can turn it either way. Again, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. And let me know what you think of this project in the comments. I'll see you later.